and welcome. My name is Ash and welcome to Ash is Rising. Here's a collective reading today. Just a general collective. Last night, Uranus transited into Gemini from Taurus, leaving behind all of our foundations, home, stability, all the things that we hold near and dear. And we're moving on to the twins, Gemini, lots of strange energy there. So I figured that I would do a collective today. I did Aries, Taurus, and Gemini a couple days ago, and now I am doing a reading because there were quite a few different astrological things going on, astrological events that happened today. Starting from this morning, the moon was square to Venus. It was quincunx to Neptune at almost 3 o'clock this morning. The moon was also quincunx to Pluto early this morning. The moon was trine to the sun at 8:30, and the moon is currently in Virgo. The moon is quincunx to Saturn, and the Venus is sextile to Neptune today and this afternoon. Other things happening this afternoon are Venus square to Jupiter, and the moon is also quincunx tonight to Mars. So there's a lot of quincunx going on, and it's like, it's not great. I still need to look more into it. I know what it is, but I've been doing like a million things today, so I'll definitely try to leave a post after this video with some updated information about what quincunx is. I do know that the moon was void of course for a while, and it finally stationed into Virgo last night, which was very strange because it was just void of course the day before on Thursday. It was like void of course Thursday, void of course Friday, void of course Saturday, and it went like through all these signs. So there's just some weird astrological stuff happening as a result of that. And then there's like a ton of quincunxes today, starting from early AM this morning. And there's some more later happening tonight with the moon especially. So just notice if today you've felt like you've changed through several different timelines, or you feel like your mood has changed by the hour. Or you feel like you've taken on more than one identity. It's 2/6, April 2/6. Yeah. Year 14, which would have boiled down to 5, which would have been change and chaos anyway. I feel like for this collective reading, which will apply to anyone, any gender, it's just a general reading. I feel like it's for everyone because everybody starts a new cycle today. Everybody's feeling a whole new cycle begin on their foundations, and things that are hidden that are coming to the surface, perspectives and how they view things. And it's also Virgo too, so it's a lot of analytical overthinking, perfectionism, like cleaning, lots of cleaning, searching, over analyzing, and just try to stay out of your head too much and just try to stay heart-centered, because emotions rise and they're meant to be released, and when you get them caught places, then they ruminate, and it can be kind of painful wherever they land. Also pay attention to what Gemini is in your natal chart and what houses they're in, and start to think about the different areas in which you might be tested over the next 8 years, and how that might impact any of the plans that you have, any goals. Before we begin, I wanted to read a couple things I thought would be useful. So I was given these poems a long time ago, and I found them to be awesome. First one's called You. You cannot bring about prosperity by discouraging thrift. You cannot strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. You cannot help the wage earner by pulling down the wage payer. You cannot further the brotherhood of man by encouraging class hatred. You cannot help the poor by discouraging the rich. You cannot establish sound security by spending more than you earn. You cannot build character and courage by taking away man's initiative and independence. You cannot help men permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves. So in the spirit of sovereignty, I felt like that was heavily appropriate, considering this touches down on quite a few areas that it reflects the houses and ways in which we get caught up, or ways in which we lie to ourselves. Oh yeah, like, well, that's wrong. You see somebody else doing it, but then you're also doing it in other ways to other people, and you're not even looking at it in the mirror. So I felt it was really spot on. The second one doesn't have a title, but it's just some great advice. Submit to pressure from peers, and you move down to their level. Speak up for your own beliefs, and you invite them up to your level. If you move with the crowd, you'll get no further than the crowd. When 40 million people believe in a dumb idea, it is still a dumb idea. Simply swimming with the tides leaves you nowhere. So if you believe in something that is good, honest, and bright, stand up for it. Maybe your peers will get smart and drift your way. So, if there's anything you're standing up for right now, make sure that it's rooted in something real, and that it's truly who you are, and that you're in alignment with it. Because if you're doing it to hurt someone else, or to compete, or be petty, or because you feel pressured to, then that tower is built on sand. And regardless of whether you're just pulling through to try and get away with something, or if you're working just to get ahead because you thought that that's what you were supposed to do, I see people do all sorts of things for all sorts of reasons. And the patterns have all sorts of different root intentions behind them, or how they came to be. And the more that I talk to people about this and figure out what was their reasoning for doing certain things, the more I learned that it's not so much that it wasn't so much about the situation they were in, it was about what it meant to them, and it had to do with the wounds that they weren't facing. And that's different for everyone. So take that how it resonates. It's like, if you are afraid of rejection, then you're gonna do things that you're gonna go through whatever it takes to not be rejected. If you're afraid of feeling loss, or you don't want to have to feel grief or pain again, then you will do everything to escape and to numb yourself and desensitize yourself. If you are obsessed with security and stability, then you will maybe disrupt other people's security in order to keep your own. It's just like, we do things all the time that are completely hypocritical in order to not face the fact that life has changes, instead of looking for solutions or looking for ways to go with the flow, or trust that the change needed to happen for whatever it was, to take a deeper look. Take the emotions out of it. Look deeper and see what it is. Then it's like, perhaps we won't be part of the problem as much, and we won't create greater chaos. So again, take that as it resonates. Okay, getting into some reading here. 10:10 on the clock. 10:10 is my number for where I end up thinking about my granddad a lot, who I lost almost 10 years ago, nine years ago. So here we go. Let's see, what are the messages today for the general collective? We have the Three of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Three of Cups. That's the recent past. In the present moment, you have the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. In the near future, you have the Chariot, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Wands. What you don't see is a challenge at the bottom of the deck are the Seven of Pentacles and the World. I'm going to use a different deck. Okay, so for what I'm getting from this, to do a lot with surrender. Like, don't be afraid. Like, to just let go of fear. Three of Wands. Opportunities. Got a few there. And you have the Queen of Wands. It's a different energy. Three of Wands is you. The Three of Cups, that's so strange. It's the Queen of Wands surrounded by two threes. It's like three opportunities and three people. It's like emotions. So someone here that's so cool. Let's see. For the Three of Wands, I want to make sure that I really get, that's one I don't see too often. Okay. That's what I thought. It's like establishment. It's like new opportunities. He's like, he's building opportunities. Whoever this is in this energy, yeah, exactly. You're standing there and you're waiting for your ships to come in, basically. You have built and planted these seeds and you have built these opportunities for yourself, but you're waiting. It's like you're in the balance here, waiting for things to come in to reap the harvest of what you've sown. And then you have the Queen of Wands here, who, she's kind of like the witch of the deck. She's the, like, she's like the female divine feminine alchemizer here, but it can also be kind of tricky. Like it seems like this could have some karmic energy too. Like, is there somebody in your energy who is perhaps affecting you or pressuring you? Is there somebody here that's pressuring you? It doesn't have to be female. But is there somebody here you feel like is kind of tricking you or setting you up to do something or pressuring you for reasons that aren't necessarily in alignment for yourself? Okay. And the Three of Cups. It could either be third-party energy, or it could be yeah, someone here whatever this Queen of Wands is in your life, the decisions and the issues that it has to do with this Three of Cups here. It has to do with this third party energy, either whether it's like children or whether it's a new relationship. Like if you were with somebody and now you're with somebody else. Or it could be like even karmic, like it could be family member, it could be at a job situation, like are you in a new department, like, or it could be something that has to do with whatever's close, like in your livelihood that matters to you. It has to do with this Three of Wands, where you are in the recent past. You were affected by this Queen of Wands affecting either your job or your children or your other relationship. Did you get into a new relationship and leave an old one? Did you hide that from somebody else, or did somebody hide that from you? Okay. But it just seems like this Queen of Wands, it feels more authoritative. It doesn't necessarily come off as a partner. It comes off more of like an authoritarian energy. Somebody like bossy, somebody telling you what to do, that is not who you, it's like not romantic. It could be romantic depending on like the technical definition of the cards, but the way that it shows up here, it doesn't feel that way. It could even be like a judge, or it could be like a boss, or anybody that you're like a family member, like I was saying. Okay. And then Eight of Cups. So whatever it is in your future, or sorry, your present, you're leaving and you're pursuing a new opportunity, or you pursue a new opportunity. And the Knight of Wands, it's like victory. You're coming in for recognition. You're really going after what's next in life. And that's really fitting for where we are with Uranus entering Gemini. But it seems that it was built off this foundation of you waiting for your ships to come in with this Queen of Wands energy. It was like that. Whatever happened here in the recent past, that's what ended you leaving one situation in pursuit of a new opportunity. Like it was as if you were tricked by whatever this was to go into this new situation. It was like some sort of gamble here, but over something super important. And that could be a good thing. It depends. It'll resonate differently for everyone. Yeah, change of resonance. Exactly. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Yeah. You left to pursue a new opportunity, and now you left and you went elsewhere. Like victory over this you gave all in. You took that risk. Now you are elsewhere. You emigrated. You departed. And that's right along with that Eight of Cups. So wherever you're at right now, you might be moving, or you've just recently moved, or you're looking at a new place to live. And then in the near future, you have the Chariot, which is the most fast-moving card in the deck. And that's about like leave it, just swift, like whatever situation that you're in, you're out of there, you're done, like it's over, like you're leaving. And it's a Cancerian energy. You got the two sphinxes down at the bottom. You have this whole kingdom. It's like you're leaving the kingdom behind. And you're on to different things. However, it's followed up by the Five of Swords, which is deceitful energy. That's also not great. That's a bunch of, it's deceit. It's conflict and deceit, sneakiness. It's like, there should be a truce, but yet you still are holding two swords. It's like that person who's like, I'll put down the gun, but I have a knife in my back pocket energy. I'm still gonna come and stab you when I get the chance. I'm never gonna tell you, I'm never gonna actually give in to a truce. I don't actually want peace. So then this Chariot is more like an escape rather than you actually facing whatever's going on, which is what I was just talking about the other day. That's kind of crazy. And that came up more so in that Gemini energy. It was so, this isn't any particular sign here, but that's what's showing up. And then at the end, it has to do with the Four of Wands, the celebration, the completion, like the fulfillment. Like it's about weddings, renewals, like festivity, celebration. Like happy celebration, like it's stability in the opportunities, like your ships have come in, like new marriages, new like solid foundations in relationships. Yeah, this definitely needs clarification because this isn't really giving strong zodiac information at all. Oh, okay, thank you. So for the Three of Wands, we have the Queen of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands reversed. So that's avoiding conflict, lack of growth, lack of energy, missed opportunities, and lost battles. So yeah, you're watching your ships, you're waiting for your ships to come in, but you're avoiding conflict. So and I got strange, like, even though the Three of Wands is not a negative, it's not usually giving a negative reference, it really just felt like, yeah, I'm standing here, but it's like, I'm not really doing anything to really get these opportunities. I planted the seeds, I'm waiting for them to come in, but I'm just waiting for them to happen. I'm not actually worried about doing the work to make sure that it's done right, to know that those ships will come in. And then if they don't, I'm not that stressed about it because I gave it everything I had. I was in alignment with it, and I trust that the universe had something better for me then, because everything I did, I wouldn't change. I did it because it was for the right reasons, basically. But that's not the energy here. And then if you get the Five of Wands reversed, which the Five of Wands is not great either. It's all about conflict and chaos as well. So the absence of that, the reversal of that is lack of growth. It's lack of energy, like the lack of ambition here. I'm just gonna sit here and wait. And then the Two of Pentacles, you're juggling things, trying to balance priorities and multitasking, which means that you're not organized. You don't have what you want right in front of you. You're not really living in your truth. You're not going after what you want for the right reasons. Again, you're just too busy just going with the flow. You're just taking things as it is. And then when you have that wishy-washy energy because you're just juggling things, it's not from survival here. It's like, I don't really want to commit. I have avoidant energy. I just would rather sit here and wait. And then if something doesn't happen the way I want it to, then I can complain about it. Like, oh no, well, you shouldn't have told me to do this. The kind of like manipulative energy. And then we have the Queen of Cups here, which is emotional stability, empathy, and intuition. It's like emotional fulfillment. That usually has to do with like your partner, that like, or maybe even with yourself, like that full connection deep within, that like that's my ride or die kind of feeling. That divine feminine energy, but it doesn't have to be. It's not gender specific. Okay, so that's Three of Wands. So who's the Queen of Wands? Okay. As I flip that over. Okay, Four of Pentacles. So, oh, for financial. Okay, so you were tricked with money, or you were pressured with money. That's whatever this is. You sent out those seeds. You were waiting for things to come in, but it was based off of money. So you started listening to whatever this was, this Queen of Wands energy in your recent past. What fears are holding me back from my financial security? And it's, so you were trying to alchemize some sort of whatever this is. Because, yeah, that, wow. That's crazy. Okay. Oh. Okay, this is the Two of Wands. What's with these wands? All right. Planning, decision-making, partnerships, and progress. That's also for the Queen of Wands. How can you make a decision that aligns with your long-term goals? Well, if you're not really fighting for anything and you're just waiting and you're just juggling your options, you're weighing your options, you'll fall trapped to whatever comes your way for weaker. I mean, it just seems like somebody sold a little bit of their soul to something here for some sort of, the Three of Cups. Yeah, I think I'm good for the Queen of Wands. Let's go for the Three of Cups. Clarify the Queen of Cups. The Three of Cups, please, from the recent past. I'll get better and faster at this. I'm just still getting used to this. Good enough time. Oh, goody. All right. So we have two cards in reverse here. Okay, we have confusion, indecision, lack of focus, and the Five of Swords in reverse. Acceptance of loss, avoiding conflict, letting go of grudges, being humble, and seeking peace. Okay. So that was the goal of what all this was in the recent past. You wanted to let go of whatever was happening. You just didn't want to have to deal with stuff anymore, basically. You're escaping it. It says avoiding conflict, but an acceptance of loss. But if you were giving into it because you couldn't make up your mind in the first place, it just seems that whatever this was over for this Three of Cups, that third party, it was like, okay, well, maybe you decided to join up because they wouldn't. Yeah, it just, see, look, it's a reversed Seven of Cups, like, which is illusions upright and fantasy, but in the reverse, it's indecision and lack of focus. Wow, who is this? It's like some ADHD, like avoidant, strong avoidant energy. Like lots of wishy-washy, gosh, okay. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which is lack of focus, procrastination, mediocrity, and inability to learn, shoddy work. Those are them cards, okay? Goodness, okay. That's your recent past. So, for the present, we have the Eight of Cups here, and that is the Hangman. Surrender, letting go. It's in the upright. Surrender and letting go. Suspension and new perspectives. So you left. You went somewhere. You were juggling things and you got tricked or something. And this is number 6. Or sorry, what is this? The Hermit. Okay. So Hangman is 12. Hermit is 6. And that's Virgo. Okay. isolation, loneliness, and withdrawal. So you went into solitude, but you got lonely. Now, okay, so this is how you feel now. Based off the decision that you made in this recent past, you left. You were like all over the place, wishy-washy. And whatever decision that you made and you whatever deal you were affected with this Queen of Wands and whatever this third party energy, whether it was for that or you went and joined up with that or you were looking for that, like a new person, like maybe it was for a new relationship. Were you trying to like date some side hoe? I don't know. Side bro, side hoe. Yeah. You made that decision. And then it kind of was like, oh, this person helped trick me into this person made me do this. Instead of you being like, this is what I wanted, I went after it. I was gonna plant these seeds, but you know, they should just come and grow on their own. I shouldn't have to water them or anything. I shouldn't have to make sure that they get daylight and they don't freeze overnight. Just, you know, like that Three of Wands energy, but like backed with like the Two of Pentacles and, you know, that Five of Wands in reverse mess. Okay. So now you're lonely, and now you have to surrender to this new perspective. It's like you're stuck, and you're forced to having to look at things in a whole new way. So what was supposed to be an exodus and a free situation that was gonna contribute to whatever it is that you may or may have not wanted, it didn't lead to that. Now you're just like sad or lonely, withdrawal. It's like, it's almost as if it was worse for wear. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Wands, which is new beginnings, inspiration, passion, confidence. And that's the next card here too. So it affected your passion and your confidence. It didn't go what you thought it would be. All that opportunity is different now. And it almost came out reverse, so let's see, let me shovel these again. So we're going to clarify the Ace of Wands. What's this? So we have 4 cards here. We have the 10 of Wands. The Ace of Wands ended up being more than it was worth. Was it the juice worth the squeeze? Responsibility, burden, hard work, effort, and achievement. Okay. King of Wands. Okay, that's a different energy. That's somebody else that came in. Then a 10 of Cups upright, which is joy, harmony, fulfillment, happy life, and judgment. So this King of Wands, this is somebody in authority, somebody who can help, somebody who's helping manage all of this with you. Could be external or family, friends, somebody that you look up to, like a mentor. Or it could be like a judge, it could be like a dad figure, but it doesn't have to be masculine, it could be either role. But it's masculine energy. It could be a feminine with a masculine, heavily masculine energy. Trying to help mitigate this or give judgment to whatever this new Ace of Wands was that you left for, but it didn't end up being what you wanted. And I find it confusing that it's like you were looking for this 10 of Cups here, but it ended up being harder than you thought. It wasn't what you wanted. And now you're facing judgment. Okay. Now it's like caught up with you almost. Take this as it resonates. I have for the clarifying the Knight of Wands. Overindulgence, excess, disconnection for It's a reverse card for the Three of Cups, a reverse Three of Cups. So it's like everything that was going on in the recent past, like whatever you were doing this for, it ended up being now, okay, is there addiction here? Is like this Knight of Wands, this, like you left and now it's like you went into isolation for this new opportunity and you're stuck there. You put yourself there. You didn't take charge in whatever happened in the recent past. And now you're in the situation where it's caught up with you and now you have to face the consequences of that risk that you took because you weren't in alignment. That's how, it doesn't have to be that way. It was like the fact that you weren't really in your own, it's like somebody being out of their body and just letting other people make decisions for them. And then all the hard work that they were hoping to get out of it, or everything they built, the ships didn't grow because they weren't grown, they weren't nurtured. And so it backfired. It's like a backfire here. Okay, and now you're gone from wherever you were before. And then you have this, now you're addictions, like is this boozing it up, or are you stalking people, are you obsessed with stuff? Like this is like a continuation of the Gemini reading, it feels like, but this is just a collective reading. And then what just came out was 21, the World. Number 21 I associate with Aquarius, even though the World is Saturn, Capricorn. Yeah, lack of closure, unfulfilled desires, disconnection. Okay. Okay, let's clarify this Chariot in the near future. 10 of Swords. Okay. And then came out the Six of Pentacles, generosity, and upright 9 of Wands, strength and determination. Like you're not gonna, it's like it's affecting something, so, or it could be stubbornness. It's like you're not giving in to the surrender, basically. Instead of taking all this and learning the lesson from it, it just seems like you're holding on to it and you're escaping because you're in pain. And you're either causing betrayal, or you're feeling betrayed, or you're betraying yourself through this escape here. It's like, or if you've learned the lesson on the other side, you've learned that all of this was just an escape. Now maybe you're realizing that you weren't really dealing with your problems head on. Whatever, like this instability, this lack of decision, this lack of organized prioritization or living in your own truth. It's like you, instead of dealing with it, you left, you didn't grow your seeds, and now you got yourself into a situation that's tricky and hard to get out of, and that there's no easy fix. And you're forced to have to look at some things from a new perspective. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing, but like all the things that you wanted to do, maybe for selfish reasons, or you maybe were following your own dreams and heart's desire for those new opportunities, it's like you're not able to really fulfill them because the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. Or maybe you are able to do it, but now you're facing the fact that maybe that ambition wasn't necessarily about those new opportunities, and there's something deeper going on. Like, well, why did I want those opportunities? Maybe like if I don't have whatever, there was something that you left that was like giving you that energy or source creativeness for why you wanted those things. And maybe that's what you're having to look at. Because here I just see a bunch of escape, and that it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the consequence. It didn't give you the outcome that you went through all of this effort for. And you fell into somebody else's agenda somewhere. You allowed it to affect you because you weren't standing strong in your own foundation and your own priorities. You weren't living in your truth in some way. There was some sort of indecisiveness. Okay, so the last card I have clarifying the Chariot is upright, the Sun, which is the most positive card in the deck. And it's almost as if like, what will get you out of that? Like maybe you're realizing, or maybe whatever's coming out from this is generosity. Is the idea of like, be generous, or if you're going to escape, maybe there is generosity, or there is the Sun waiting for you if you can learn what this is about. These challenges, these things that you were stubborn about, that led to all this grief and heartache. Whatever all this was, this journey you were on. Clarify the Five of Swords. Why is that the next card after the Chariot? Because at face value, it just seems like escapism, especially at the Knight of Wands. It's like departure, departure, departure in the present energy. And then in the near future, it's like escape. You're on the Chariot. You're getting out of something. You're leaving something. It's like, peace out, deuces, mic drop. And then it's followed by the Five of Swords, which is like sabotage energy, like backstabby, more betrayal. What is with this crazy reading? How weird. Okay, come on. Let's go. Five of Swords. Please clarify the Five of Swords. Oh, it's too many. Well, I'll take that one. The Chariot. Upright. Willpower, direction, control, movement. Forward movement. Okay, but I need a couple more on that. More information. Okay. Okay, so I have an upside down Ten of Pentacles with the Chariot. So that would be disinheritance, family conflict, financial loss, lack of stability, and broken traditions. Yeah, because the Six of Pentacles is also about balancing out your energy. And if you're too stubborn to get away from rock bottom, betrayal, loss, and endings, if you're doing this to yourself, or you're so focused on that and you're so like, oh, it's like rebelliousness without a cause. Because like Nine of Wands usually is about your resilience, your strength, your courage. But if it's done out of escape, that's not really courage. It's more just like stubbornness. It's like rebellion without a cause. It's like rebelling to rebel. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Okay. And it's like, from this escape, it's like you're looking to balance everything out. You just want out. But you're betraying yourself with that. And the Sun, it's like you want so much for a way out. You want the Sun. But then again, you're still not dealing with whatever this issue is for what it really is. And the Chariot is Cancerian energy. Again, it's water energy. It has to do with your emotions. So you're not dealing with whatever the actual feelings were that you were fighting for. Whatever it is that you felt like you left a situation for in the past, you were not dealing with your emotions, or somebody was doing this to you. But this is your energy. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have the Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and then New Beginnings. And for the Four of Wands, this is the Four of Wands clarification. The Lovers and the Page of Cups. So new beginnings, creative inspiration, intuition, artistic expression. So celebration at the end. It's like, okay, will you finally, whatever this betrayal is, it's like, oh, you know what? Are you breaking up with whatever this Queen of Wands is? Not that it was an actual breakup, but are you dissociating now? Is that what you're trying to escape? Whatever this energy was that you were giving into in the recent past. This Queen of Wands for the Three of Cups. Because it's right here, like the Queen of Wands is in the middle of the very top row. And then you have in the bottom row for the near future, the Five of Swords. You have the clarification of the Chariot and the upside down Ten of Pentacles. So if you were trying to escape that, you have to take the step, like your way to, if you do this, or maybe you are doing this, getting out of this whatever betrayal energy, it will lead to, you know, that celebration, that new opportunity, that new material growth, that new seed. It's like, do you know who you are now? And the Lovers is harmony, relationships, choices, partnerships, union. And the Page of Cups, new opportunities. Wow. So that's like, oh, were you escaping, or are you realizing that the problem was the fact that you were escaping, and maybe dealing with these things instead of just trying. It's like dealing with the problem here. Deal with the actual issue of the self-betrayal, whatever that is, or whatever energy you let into your life that ended up being worse than what you were in before. Whatever wasn't worth the squeeze. And now you have to do all this uprooting. Was it worth it? And if it wasn't worth it, if you want to have the sun come out, deal with the emotional problems, learn who you are, stand in your truth, and fight for it. That's what needs to be fought for. Not staying ambiguous and letting other people, it's like, did you learn the lesson? Did you learn the lesson that when you let other people make the decisions for you instead of standing upright in your own energy, that you're going to get played maybe, or you're playing yourself because you weren't in your truth in the first place, and maybe you were doing things for false reasons because you didn't want to deal. Was the juice worth the squeeze? Now, is this third party breakup? Because it really feels like that. Or is like, are you breaking up with parts of yourself? Are you leaving things about yourself behind that weren't serving you? Which would be completely apropos for the new cycle coming in. So now the challenge at the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Pentacles, that stagnation. Like, okay, well, I've only gotten so far here. Ace of Cups, new opportunity, new emotional fulfillment, new person, new love. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. A couple more cards, please. A couple more cards, not a whole pack. Okay. Ten of Wands. So Ace of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Three of Cups again. All right, coming out again. So if those three cards are what are clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, which is like, you're there and you're watching it grow, but it's not really, it's like, you know those videos where you watch a plant grow, but it's like in fast motion, you see it happen like over the course of weeks or days. But if you stand there and watch it, it's like you just watered it, you just planted the seed, and you're just like waiting, like a minute later, like, oh, has it sprouted yet? Has it come out of the soil yet? Oh wait, is it there yet? Oh wait, is it there yet? Is it there yet? Is it there yet? It's like stagnation, like stop, like let it be, breathe. And that's the challenge here. For that new emotional fulfillment, be patient. You're putting on too much energy and carrying too much emotion from it. It's too much. And that Three of Cups. So I know what I think about in the Three of Cups, but for this, let me go back to the general meaning of it. Three of Cups. Yeah. It's a conclusion of a matter. It's like ships coming in. Solace and healing, like, but it also has a youthful energy to it. It can also mean children. So, yeah, and then number 3, it's like, yeah, you've got the Trinity. So it's like, learn the lesson, plant the seed of real alignment, and don't betray yourself. Don't let others betray you again. But that happens when you're aware of who you are. Others can't betray you if you are standing in your truth. Or if others do betray you, learn the lesson, see what you can learn from it. Because you can't always control what others do. You can't control what others do. Like, you can't at all. So if you're going through this process of upheaval and you uprooted your life and you're now in a different place, take what you learn, whether you're betraying yourself, somebody else betrayed you, or you allowed somebody to come in and help make a decision for you, which ended up being a sense of betrayal. They had their own ulterior motives, their own agendas, and it wasn't your agenda. Take what you learn from it, and going forward, it's like new level, new devil. It's not that it won't happen again in the future in one way or another, but if anything, learn that you to be more in alignment with who you are, and plant new seeds and feel more rooted and grounded in them, and don't let that waver as much. Really plant something that really aligns with who you are, and pay attention to that. That's important. That is sovereignty. So for the world, coming up ahead is a challenge. It's the ending. It's, again, Capricorn energy. Okay, so we have this 2 here. We have an upright Page of Wands, a reverse Justice, and King of Cups. So something's happening in the near future. Whatever emotional fulfillment, it's going to be blocked. The Page of Wands is a message. Somebody's coming in with messages here, and somebody's not getting what they want. King of Cups energy. Whoever's holding the key to this world ending, something's going to happen where your life is going to change big time. Whatever is going on with this situation that I was just talking about, it's coming to a close. And you're going to receive messages about that. And yeah, King of Cups, upside down Justice. You're not going to get something. And depending on how you take that, there might be some learning coming up ahead for you. Maybe you didn't learn the lesson. Yeah. Business or law. Yeah. This definitely gave me like judge energy, like very much like, or like a really stoic father figure, like really karmic. And I'm like, I've been itchy since I've been doing this reading, and I don't know why. I was completely fine before. So, and the skin, it's like, that has to do with like your protective cover, like your ability to stay in your own body. Yeah, it's like someone's up in their head about all of this, and they're taking on too much energy for this. And because of that, they kind of dug themselves a hole here. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze. Season's closing out. Page of Wands. It's coming in one way or another. So you might not perceive it as fair, but take the lesson as it is, learn from it. Instead of watching everything go by. If you believe in something that is good, honest, and bright, stand up for it. Maybe your peers will get smart and drift your way. Simply swimming with the tide leaves you nowhere. When 40 million people believe in a dumb idea, it is still a dumb idea. Oh man. Okay. What's some advice for the upcoming future? What's the advice in all of this? Whatever's happening here, what's the advice for the collective? If you move with the crowd, you get no further than the crowd. Don't move with the crowd. Stand firm in who you are. Know who you are. Like, don't give in to that wishy-washy mess. Speak up for your own beliefs. Invite them to come up to your level. It might involve a level of sacrifice. It might not be the easy road, but it's better in the long run if you're in alignment with yourself, because then you can take what you learn and you're not caught up in everybody else's ulterior motives and chaos. That might happen to you, but choosing how that hangman perspective, it doesn't have to be that way. Okay, so the upcoming advice for the collective. The Lovers, Justice, Queen of Wands. That's crazy. Find love. Justice is fair. Ugh. Okay. Clarify the Lovers. Let's finish this out quickly. It's coming up to an hour. This is a really long one, but it's a general collective reading and some other stuff to begin with. So the King of Pentacles for the Lovers. It's cold energy. That person, that Emperor, the Hermit upside down again, and Strength card. Okay. So you have the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, which is abundance, energy, fulfillment. And then you have the first Hermit. Build your solid relationship. Blessed union. Blessed union coming to justice with the Queen of Wands. What? Okay. And I like staying as objective about this as possible, because like it could be for any sign, any person, male or female or whatever gender, doesn't matter. But geez, okay. Nine of Wands again. Okay, stubbornness, justice. Why? Wands. Take that one back. These two. Ace of Wands and despair. Okay, anxiety, nightmares, fear, up in your head. So whatever union you had, the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, it was a good thing. Whatever that union was, whatever it is that you left. So whatever is tied to this union. So the advice with this would be then, don't get upset. Like, don't be stubborn. See the justice, whatever is happening with this world that's closing out, see it as a new opportunity. See it exactly as a new opportunity instead of like to change, to learn. Excuse me. Instead of getting caught up in it and getting all up in your head in it and having nightmares about it, or creating nightmares for other people even. And whatever's going on with this Queen of Wands, be the Emperor. It's from the past. Like, leave it in the past. It's saying exactly, leave it in the past. It has to do with childhood. It's like mother energy. Okay. Leave that Queen of Wands in the past. Leave the Emperor in the past, because that Emperor is little. Or be the Emperor. For the King of Cups, that fulfillment that you're looking for. That's like, it's the past. Like, it seems like everything here is about the lovers, the blessed union. Focus on the relationships in your life. Whatever justice is coming in, like maybe consider whatever this relationship was. Take a deeper look into that and maybe you'll find some more answers there. Because whatever justice is happening, whatever in your life is changing that you have now gotten yourself, it's like whatever is coming up to the surface now. Don't get caught up in it. Just look at things as a new opportunity and leave this Queen of Wands in the past, basically. Stand up for yourself. Be who you are. Whatever karmic, whatever trap you got yourself into, get out of it. Cut your losses, move on, focus on your relationships, learn from it, and either do something with whatever it is that you left in this Lover's card, this blessed union. Because it could also mean that, it could also mean divorce. And that, but when it's clarified, it's like that justice, it's like that nobody wins, obviously. There's some stubborn energy things, there's some like anxiety and worry about it, but look at it as a new opportunity and then... I'm coming down! Yeah. All right, those are the readings. Thank you so much. If you like this message, please like and subscribe. Leave comments below and have a blessed day. Namaste.